what inspired you about the great women, their achievement, and many other women in our history, which we don't talk often about their achievements and about their contribution? What's inspired you to think about them? Create a museum, and what is the goal behind what you want to achieve that have the museum?
Well, I come from lived experience. I identify as a woman, so that would be the first thing. I come from a long line of very strong women who have, through the last 4 generations in particular, been very involved in equality-seeking agencies, whether it's children's aid, education, nursing. I also am a very strong believer in democracy, and democracy is founded on equality. And until all persons are equal, and it's not just about the right to vote, there are many issues of equality, we can't achieve true democracy in Canada. Canada itself is a rather young nation, 200 years, 150 years, as a political entity, of course, much older in terms of its place in the geographic world. I think when I began to learn about Indigenous people and the suffering of children in the residential schools, I began to understand that there were gaps in my own knowledge about the history of what had happened on this land in this country, and I wanted to know more. I'm someone that likes to know, and I also like to be able to influence the future as someone who's a strategic thinker and planner. And in order to do that, you have to understand the past. And I feel as though there are things I still have to learn about women's contribution. And so I would like to go to this museum. We had an event at City Hall where 12 not-for-profits from Kingston came together and celebrated the achievements of women within their organization. And I realized that was the first time I had been at a women's museum in Canada. And I'm 55. So how is that possible? Canada does not have a women's history museum. In my studies at Queen's, in my PhD, I'm looking at this very question: how do women's museums strengthen democracy? You know, there are 60 countries that have women's museums, but Canada's not one.